Hello, wonderful listeners. Now, when we last left off, Elin was in grave danger. Let's see what's happening. All eyes blazed in on TH as he jumped from the truck and threw the keys toward the valet, all in one smooth motion. Rena and John followed as he bypassed the revolving doors and ran straight through the side door, not wasting one moment more in finding Elin. The desk clerk smiled, but before she could get her greeting out, Elin, Jordan, what room is she in? With shock and elation, the clerk didn't know whether to continue to flirt with TH or call the manager. TH, I've seen all your movies. Listen, lady. Alice. My name is Alice. Smiling lovingly, Alice continued to just stare into TH's eyes. Okay, Alice, if you can just really help me right now, I promise you won't regret it. Hearing that promise, her hands typed with lightning speed on the computer to retrieve the room number for Elin Jordan. John had seen this sort of thing before, so he knew to rush to the truck and get free on-the-set passes. TH always kept some on hand when he needed special favors. John was back in time to quickly shove the tickets into the clerk's hand. The three of them quickly ran to the elevators as they heard a commotion from the front desk. Apparently, after seeing what the tickets were, the clerk fainted. TH thought that the reason he felt such urgency to get to Elin was because he desperately missed her. Running from the elevator to the room, he pleaded, knocking on the door. Elin, precious, it's me. Please open the door. Peter abruptly stopped his pacing and looked alarmingly threatening right toward Elin. Suddenly jumping even closer now to Elin, he put the knife to her neck, cut the ropes on her hands, and forcefully pulled her up. You tell him to go away, or you'll never see him again, raged Peter with clenched teeth. TH, you have to go away. I will never go away, darling. This is it for me. I can't live without you, and I won't. With madness raging all in his eyes, Peter whispers again for Elin to get rid of him before he truly won't be living at all. TH, if that's true, then give me more time, Elin pleaded with tears now streaming down her eyes. Elin, this is my last warning. I will make the loudest ruckus in this hall until you open this door, and we both know how you like your privacy. All this time, John and Rena were silent because they wanted to surprise Elin with their presence. With the loud ringing of Rena's phone, she quickly walked down the corridor to answer it. Sorry to bother you, boss, but there is something extremely important you need to know. After hearing the horrendous news from one of her employees, she ran back and quickly pulled John away to tell him about the phone call. Oh my God, John, what are we going to do? Rena, what is it? John pleaded. The police had been trying to find Elin for 2 weeks to inform her of Peter's early release. And in their digging, fortunately, they found Rena's businesses. They called her office, only to find that she too was out of town. The information had to be given to one of Rena's employees in hopes that he could track her down and find Elin. Rena, we absolutely cannot tell this to TH right now. He would go berserk. Well, maybe that is what needs to happen right now, John. One of us needs to talk some sense into Elin to open that door. Who knows where Peter could be? Here she is traipsing all about, all over, and that wild man is on the loose, Rena said agitatedly. There was no way that Peter was going to let Loverboy cause a scene and bring security up. He ferociously snatched the door open and bum-rushed TH inside the suite. TH's first instinct was to rush to Elin, already tied back up to the chair. Peter couldn't stand to see another man touch her and ran toward TH with the knife. Elin tried to scream, but Peter had taped her mouth. Using the quick reflexes he'd learned from doing some of his own movie stunts, TH quickly swerved, amazingly dodging the knife, then charged Peter with all of his 6'1" stature. The loud slam of the door brought Rena and John running back toward the suite. The struggle within had intensified and could now be heard from outside the room. Rena, quickly, call the front desk for security, John said with urgency. John had surmised the situation immediately. The three of them had only moments before been talking about Peter, and now being told that he had been released, there could be no other explanation but the commotion in that room. Open this door, Peter. We know you're in there. Stop this now. John continued to beat and charge the door himself with his muscular frame. Peter was bearing down toward TH's face with the knife, coming dangerously close to his eye. A loud noise rang out, and suddenly Peter's body fell to the floor, with the knife falling too closely to TH. He quickly maneuvered his body and escaped its sharp point before impact. Security had arrived in just a nick of time, eased the hotel key card through the door, and immediately disabled Peter with a precise shot to the shoulder blade. John was filled with rage as he ran toward Peter to attack him, but security restrained him. All he could think about was not being there to protect TH and Elin. Fortunately, Rena was able to calm John down with her warm embrace. TH immediately ran to free Elin and embraced her with kisses all over. TH, I am so sorry. No, my love. We both know that it had to play out this way. Peter continued to rant and rave with threats as the police arrived and took him into custody.